Tēnā koe hoa, tēnā koutou e hoa mā. Kua roa te wā ne. It's been a while. Engari, haere mai anō ki No Frills Te Reo Māori. This clip is going to be aimed at beginners in Te Reo Māori, much like myself. I want to share some honest scenarios that I've been in over the years where I wished, in hindsight, I had learned some of the sentences that I'm going to share in Te Reo Māori that would have made things a little less awkward during those times. Engari, tuatahi, he whakatauki mau. He iti kahi katoa. Ai, the manuka tree is not the tallest in the forest, but it is noted for its strength and toughness of wood, of which weapons are made. Pai ne. Whew, karawhiua. Alrighty, let's get cracking. Scenario number one. Alrighty, let's start with a sentence. Te Reo Māori that most of you have heard, but let's refresh. Here's the scenario. Most of us have been here. We're in a small group, all eyes are on you. Your reo starts to flow and you start getting confident. Go, ooh, pōpō, ka haereo if you're anything like me, you start to go a bit red, get a bit flustered, put on the spot. Instead of tapping out, let's just ask, how te kupu Māori mō? What is the Māori word for? So let's replay that scenario. Pōpō, ka haereo ki te... E hoa, hea te kupu Māori mō supermarket? Hoko maha. Ai, ka haereo ki te hoko maha. That's a lifesaver. What about our second scenario? We're talking kanohi ki te kanohi with our hoa. The reo is beautiful, it's starting to flow, and you're only picking up on maybe 15-20% if you're lucky, but you get the general sort of where they're going with it. You're picking up on some words, but then you get stuck on one word they've said. And you go, I should know that word, what is it? Start getting a bit hard on yourself and your head. By the time you've figured it out or haven't figured it out, your hoa is about 4 or 5 sentences into their Reo Māori story. So you start to go, ai. You start laughing when they laugh, you start showing concern when they show concern. Really, you have no idea what they're saying because you've lost it. You could be so rude in Te Reo Pākehā and say, actually, I was just smiling and nodding. I didn't have a clue what you were saying. Or in Te Reo Māori, you could say, tai hoa, Kāore i te mārama. Kāore i te mārama. I don't understand. Āta tō Kōrero, or kia āta Kōrero, kia āta Kōrero. Slow it down a bit e hoa. Once more. Kāore i te mārama. I don't understand. Kia āta Kōrero. Just slow it down, my friend. Let's head to our next 2 scenarios. Similar to our last scenario, we may find ourselves in conversations and get tripped up on one word or a sentence that we know we should know, but we've missed the rest of their kōrero. So what I am trying to teach myself to do now is not to get tripped up on that, but to wait till the end and then ask, hea te tikanga o tēnā kōrero? What does that mean? Or hea te tikanga o tēnā kupu? They may have said the word whanaungatanga or manaakitanga, something that I've heard 100 times and should really know, but I've just been caught off guard. And I want to ask, hea te tikanga o tēnā kōrero? What does that mean? What if we are, and I have felt many times, feeling way out of my depth in the conversation? I think it's time to be straight up, but let's do it in Te Reo Māori, anake. We may want to say, actually, I speak better English than Māori. The tables are going to be turned soon, but it's not going to happen overnight e hoa. So I may use the sentence structure. Remember, we've covered this before. He pai ake tōku reo Pākehā I tōku reo Māori. Or it may be the other way around, of course. But let's say that again. He pai ake tōku reo Pākehā, I tōku Reo Māori. I speak better English than Māori. Kōrero mai anō. Kōrero mai anō. Yeah, I speak better English than Māori, but just repeat what you've said. I'm going to give it a go. Kōrero mai anō. Just repeat what you've said e hoa. Let's move on to our last one. He iti noa iho taku reo Māori. I've heard that a few times now, or similar. There's many examples you could use, but he iti noa iho taku reo Māori. I only speak a little Māori, but I'm going to give it a go. He iti noa iho taku reo Māori. I'm going to write everything that we've covered in this short clip down in the description below. Hopefully one or two of you have got something from it. We're coming up to Māori Language Week in about 3 or 4 weeks. That's why I've released this a little bit earlier, so we can practice and hopefully get ourselves out of an awkward situation and just roll with it and not fluster up like I have, go red and think that we've failed. But kia kaha, head held high, he iti noa iho taku reo Māori e hoa. Kōrero mai anō, kei te pai. Alrighty, just finally e hoa mā, the Book of Māori Proverbs. This was gifted to me about a year ago. I have read it and I think it is fantastic. He tino pai tēnā ne. I would like to give this away. So similar to a couple of times ago, we wrote our favourite whakatauki in the comments section below. If you want to flick me your favourite whakatauki or your thoughts on today's kōrero, I'll put your ingoa in a pōtai and I'll draw that ingoa out in a couple of weeks and post this to whoever has won that. So there we go, e hoa mā, kia pai tō wiki, kia pai tō ahiahi. Hei kōnā.